The people who manage the world today aren't the politicians. They are the algorithmic designers and financial engineers operating out of sight, writing the rules of our reality in languages few people can actually read. We usually view human history as a steady climb, an ascent from primitive superstition into the light of modern, open rationalism. But the physical record suggests our systems of control haven't changed, they've simply evolved. Around 3200 BCE, the Sumerian city of Uruk pioneered a specific operating system. The first cuneiform impressions on clay functioned as a rigorous administrative tool designed to track the flow of wealth. These weren't creative works, they were spreadsheets. Elite scribes used these clay tablets to record grain distributions, livestock counts, and tax obligations within the temple bureaucracies. This ancient clay accounting is the direct ancestor of modern bureaucratic administration. The technology has shifted from reed styluses to silicon, but the role of the professional who codes the world remains identical. To see how this works today, we have to look at how elites isolate knowledge through linguistic barriers, through protected networks, and filtering the historical record. A primary tool of power is the lingua sacra, or sacred language. By maintaining a language distinct from the common tongue, a ruling class creates a symbolic wall between themselves and the uninitiated. The Hebrew Sophirim treated Torah letters as numerical constants, turning the text into a mathematical document. A copyist had to reproduce the exact count of letters, or the text was invalidated, freezing interpretation within the scribal elite. The Roman Catholic Church used the same mechanism with Latin. By elevating it to an untouchable sacred language, they ensured that the underlying scriptures remained inaccessible to the common person. Breaking this linguistic wall was often a capital offense. Translators like William Tyndale were executed for attempting to move knowledge from the elite code into the vernacular of the masses. Whether the code is Latin theology or a proprietary algorithm, the effect is the same. The group that controls the language defines the boundaries of what the public can actually question. In the 18th century, the center of societal control moved from the cathedral to the busy industrial workshop. Birmingham, England became a hub for a new kind of elite, thinkers who operated outside the traditional restrictions of the church and state. This was the home of the Lunar Society, an informal network of industrialists and philosophers who met in private to iterate on radical ideas, everything from steam power to new theories of evolution, away from public scrutiny. This same impulse for protected inquiry fueled speculative Freemasonry. Look at the pillars and geometric tools. These weren't for building cathedrals anymore. They were symbols for architecting a new social order within a secret initiatic structure. You can see the concrete impact of these networks at the Soho Mint. By applying steam power to the coining of money, the Lunar Society created a standard for currency that was nearly impossible to counterfeit. By standardizing currency and the machines that powered it, these men created a technical framework for global trade, independent of monarchical systems. The final mechanism is the filter, the systematic process of deciding which parts of history and theology are allowed to remain in the record. In 1945, the Nag Hammadi Library was discovered in Egypt. These papyrus codices contained early Christian writings that had been suppressed for over 1,000 years by an ecclesiastical establishment seeking to maintain a monolithic church. These texts suggested that salvation came through internal secret knowledge, or gnosis, rather than through a central institution. The suppression of these diverse voices was a calculated move to centralize authority. Today, a similar knowledge filter is often cited in the field of archaeology. It's the process by which data supporting the accepted timeline is prioritized, while anomalous finds are categorized as hoaxes or errors. Take the Antikythera Mechanism. Its precision bronze gears suggest a level of engineering that shouldn't exist in the archaeological record of the 1st century BC. By deciding which artifacts are anomalies and which are history, institutions set the parameters for what we are allowed to believe about our origins. The tools have evolved from reed styluses on clay to keyboards on silicon, but the archetype of the scribe is the same. The mastery of specialized knowledge remains the primary way the elite verify and codify the world. Our modern financial structures still mirror the ancient link between value and the magic of mining metals from the earth, while digital codes now act as the invisible mediators of our daily order. The Lunar Society's success suggests that stagnant systems only shift when people create independent spaces to iterate on ideas outside the reach of the established order. Without an understanding of the linguistic walls and historical filters that surround us, we risk becoming passive subjects in a spreadsheet we didn't write. To navigate the technocratic systems of the future, we have to recognize the hidden architecture that has governed the past.